you think Biden will pick as his running mate? And is it important that it be a woman of color?
First of all, I want you to know I've told them no, that the age different. I'm much too young for him. Okay,
That's
so
what I was going to say.
now-
You stole my joke.
Oh, sorry.
I think a lot of people have made it clear to the Biden camp that it's important that it be a woman of color.
Not me in a New York Times op-ed or anything, you know. So yes, I think it should be a woman of color. And you know what? That op-ed ran on a Tuesday, like a couple days after the George Floyd murder, but only like at the very beginning of the protest. And by the end of the week of that week, I think it was like, you know, pretty apparent that it would be a really big mistake not to read into this moment that, you know, this is a moment and you should get on the roller coaster, get on the ride. Yeah.
Well, and you know, the interesting thing is that white liberals care about this a lot. This is not necessarily about winning over voters of color. This is about winning over white liberals who say that it is very important to them that, I mean, who wanted, you know, the Democratic nominee to potentially be a person of color, and who say it's very important to them that the VP or the presidential nominee be more reflective of the Democratic base more broadly. And much as sort of the public opinion and even some of the protests have been driven more by white people than in the past, you know, woke white liberals are a big part of this story.
I'm really glad Tamara mentioned that, actually, because like one of the reasons that when the Floyd protests broke out, and even though there was some rioting and looting that accompanied them, I was so pushing back very ferociously on the idea that they would benefit Trump, that there would be a backlash effect. It was because of woke white liberals who for a long time now in public opinion data have been showing a immense propensity towards white or towards liberalization on racial attitudes. So it doesn't surprise me at all to hear that Tamara's seen data that shows that white liberals are very supportive, or maybe even more supportive of the idea of a person of color running on the ticket. But for me, I kind of think about it a little differently. I'm thinking about it in terms of a turnout booster. And I can't remember who I saw on Twitter, but it was definitely somebody of color. And they were talking about how their grandma would vote for Joe Biden, but if he had a female running mate of color, she would also drag all of their aunts and cousins and all of her friends from church to do it too. And I think about, for me, that's how I think about it.